right, ladies and gentlemen, it is a packed house tonight here up on the hill at the Placerville Speedway in Placerville, California. Check out the pit area as we have almost 40 410 sprint cars here with the high limit sprint car series for tonight's Gold Rush Classic. And here's a look up close at the racetrack as they're just getting some water down on this quarter mile. And I say quarter mile because that's what they classify the Placerville Speedway as. I would say that distance is around the outside cushion because it honestly, at least as a driver, feels smaller than that. And it's just your typical bullring out here on the West Coast. Now it's got pretty good banking. It's got that unique red clay. But I think what really makes this place stand out is actually what's just over my shoulder, and that's the hill into turn 3. You're gonna see guys literally get their right rear up on that hill all night long and almost kind of, I don't know, get the car rotated, kind of gets you set here into turn 3, and you'll probably see a pretty good cushion develop throughout the evening. Now with all the competitors that we have in the pit area, we're going to be splitting the qualifying tonight, Group A, Group B, and here in just a little bit we'll be firing up race cars for some engine heat and then rolling into that hot lap and qualifying session. Okay guys, well man, I thought we were going to be off to a really good start tonight here in Placerville. I feel very upset with myself right now. I was 7th quick in hot laps, and we kind of went out early in hot laps. I thought the track was working its way in, so felt some of my better laps around Placerville. I thought we kind of had something good to work with. Took all the time, watched everyone, kind of formed a game plan for qualifying. It just seemed like a lot of guys early on were able to kind of get with the color change, where it kind of got dark, you know, from light to dark, and then kind of get the race car turned, or even just kind of flow with it. And a lot of guys made it work. And I think it kind of did just start to transition a little bit. And I don't say that as an excuse, because then on my first lap, I went out there and I kind of got with it on entry, and then I don't know, like, if I just basically, I think my right rear just got over it, or I didn't rotate soon enough to kind of get pointed off the corner, slid off of it, lost my first lap, and then your second lap, you're kind of just trying to recover. I tried to enter high again, but make sure I, you know, was lower by the center, and then obviously that lap just didn't end up being super good. If I could do it again, you watch guys that went out later in Group 2 as the track really started to kind of fall off. They just ran through the middle, and honestly the time shot back up. So I don't know, I'm not going to say we were in the wrong spot, wrong time, nothing like that. Like, we could have laid down a much better lap than we did, and I just feel disappointed that puts us so far behind to start the night. So I'm glad that I guess we saved it when we slid off the top of 2, and I guess the good part was, you know, I mean, I was trying to do everything I could to run the best lap I could, obviously, but at the end of the day it just didn't work out. So now we're going to be behind and make some changes here, see if we can get our car a little bit better, but make changes for the heat. Well, shoot, we started 9th there in that heat race. Unfortunately, finished 10th. Things all panned out on lap 1. I actually, a couple cars got together and I was in 7th. And I honestly thought, I don't know. I guess I don't know the rule book, so I'm not going to say high limit was wrong. I'm assuming they followed the rule correctly. I thought the yellow coming out, we all would have maybe just fell into place. So I thought I was going to stay in 7th. Well, actually, they just went back double file, and I got to move up from 9th to 8th, which actually I don't know if that was great, because then you just get hung out on the top into turn 1, trying to get down, and then all of a sudden you're in last. From the few times that we've been here to Placerville, you guys know the heat races, and like that was why I was so upset after qualifying. Is like there's certain places where you have maybe a better chance you could run through the heat and make some noise, make some ground, and Placerville is one of the toughest places in the country to do so, just because everyone qualifies around the top, and then once they start moving down, it's like the grip comes back for a second until like it gets all packed and widened back out. So that's basically just what happened there. Like everyone moves down, and then your chance of passing is just definitely decreases. So when you're that far back, you're just trying to find an opening, but once things kind of close up and everyone starts running their laps, like everyone's in the position that they're gonna finish in. So anyway, we're just cleaning the mud off the car. I think that's gonna end our night. We're supposed to be in a C main event, but with where we're at, and with such a low opportunity to get to the A main event, obviously where we want to be, like I think we're just gonna save our equipment and call it a night there. And I never want to do that. I always actually try to look for the good and when's chances for us to continue to learn. But on a night like tonight, like it all goes back to our qualifying. I thought we hot lapped well, didn't execute there, and then yeah, like I said, your fate is kind of sealed at that point, and it's an uphill battle. So it's the next day now, just made it back to the shop after Placerville. I've kind of already said everything that needs to be said to end today's show. Placerville, super disappointing. That is what it is. That's not how we envisioned our night. It all goes back to qualifying. We've talked about this. Sprint car racing is really, really tough. It's a tough sport. So all we can do is focus on how to bounce back, how to keep improving our program, what I can do as a driver, how can we go to different racetracks and have speed out of the box. And that's all we're gonna keep working towards, and don't plan on giving up anytime soon. So I just wanted to thank you all as we're back at the shop now for your guys' support. I wouldn't be in the spot that I am in without you, and without my family, without my great partners, all the people that surround me in my circle. So we're gonna keep fighting, keep pushing, even on some of our lowest moments. It just motivates us to keep going. So we have our dream and our goal and everything in mind, and I know where I want my team to be and the level of driver that I want to be, and I just keep working towards that. That's all you can do. So thank you all. We'll see you in the next video, and keep cruising up the West Coast swing that we have here with High Limit Racing.